Queer as Folk is an American drama television series created for Peacock. It is a reimagining of the 1999 Channel 4 series created by Russell T Davies, which was previously adapted in the US from 2000 to 2005 by Showtime. The series was released on June 9, 2022. In December 2018, it was announced Bravo had put into development a reboot of Queer as Folk, with Stephen Dunn set to write and direct, with Russell T Davies set to executive produce. In August 2019, it was announced the series was now in development at Peacock, and in April 2021, Peacock ordered the series. Dunn has indicated that his incarnation of the series was inspired directly by Davies' original series as a jumping-off point, stating that he did not take the Showtime adaptation into consideration. Dunn assembled the writer's room while isolated at his mother's condo in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador due to his COVID-19. The entire writer's staff ended up being queers, save one writer's assistant. The show is set in New Orleans, and the series follows a diverse group of friends who find their lives transformed in the aftermath of a shooting at a queer nightclub called Babylon. The group struggles with vulnerability, addiction, grief, and relationships. The cast includes Finn Argus as Mingus, a non-binary teen and high school student who is an aspiring drag queen. They were performing on stage when the shooter entered the bar, and they were saved from gunfire when Brody tackled them. Mingus becomes smitten with Brody. CG as Cher, Ruthie's partner. Cher gives birth to twins on the night of the shooting. Brody is the sperm donor, despite the fact that Cher is mostly disapproving of Brody. Cher uses they-them pronouns and parental terms zaddy. Jesse James Cartel as Ruthie O'Neill, Cher's partner and Brody's best friend since they attended Catholic high school together. Ruthie is a trans woman and an English teacher at the high school attended by Mingus. Ryan O'Connell as Julian Beaumont, Brody's brother. Brody had no idea Julian is gay until Julian is arrested for having sex in the bathroom at the mall. Julian also has cerebral palsy. Johnny Sibley as Noah Hernandez, Brody's ex-boyfriend. Noah is a lawyer who, after the death of his lover, Dadius, in the Babylon shooting, struggles with addiction and grief. The new party, Ghost Fag, is held at his home. Noah kept his relationship with Dadius a secret from Brody, and now forms a relationship with Julian. Devon Way as Brody Beaumont, the complicated protagonist. Brody drops out of medical school to return home to Nola. Brody struggles to reconnect with his ex-partner Noah, as well as with his friends and family. On the night of the shooting at Babylon, he takes a bullet in the arm, saving Mingus from the shooter. On the same night, his friend Cher, with their partner Ruthie, gives birth to twins, for whom he is the sperm donor / bio-dad. Then we have Kim Cattrall as Brenda Beaumont, the eccentric mother of Brody and Julian, and Juliette Lewis as Judy, the free-spirited mother of Mingus. Now, I found this to be a fantastic show. I was a big fan of the original series done in 1999, and unfortunately I never got to see the 2000 US version of the show. But this is a great, insightful, well-acted, with fantastic, authentic characters, and a bold show that doesn't shy away from its subject matter, and it tackles it head-on, in an updated way that fits perfectly within its 2022 setting. I found this to be a flamboyant series that smacks you across the face right from the first minute, as it announces itself both proudly and loudly with panache and style. There are the usual American tropes of over-glamorizing and over-embellishing certain aspects, but in the same breath the characters are deep enough and lovable enough with cultural resonance that the show successfully updates a watershed in LGBTQ representation for a new era. Each character is likable enough, but they all have their own faults, which makes them real and enduring. Take Brody, for example, played here superbly by Devon Way. He's arrogant, carefree, and just trying to live his best life, but in doing so he steps on and disrupts the people around him, and therefore hurts them as he tries to find a way between being a responsible adult and also just living his life to the full. Or the character of Mingus, played superbly here with sophistication by Finn Argus. They are young and easily tempted, but have to deal with the consequences of promiscuity. And also, I love the back and forth with their mother, played here by the wonderful and versatile Juliette Lewis, who turns out another stellar performance. It was also stunning to see the fantastic Kim Cattrall back at her best here. She is stunning as the eccentric mother of Brody and Julian, and really just adds to the show with her gravitas and her performance. And what more can I say about the stunning performances here by the show's more grounded character of Cher, as they try to be a zaddy to their brand new babies, along with their partner, Ruthie, played with poise by Jesse James Cartel, a trans woman lost and confused with their role in life. I also really enjoyed Ryan O'Connell as Julian, a gay man with cerebral palsy, which Ryan really does have in real life. He adds a more sensitive, touching side to his character, and his relationship with Noah is interesting to see as it develops slowly and surely. Episode 1 hits hard as it deals with a mass shooting at the Babylon nightclub in New Orleans. Definitely inspired by the mass shooting at the Orlando nightclub in 2016, something that unfortunately happens all too often in America these days. This sets the tone for the show, as all the characters now have to deal with the aftermath of this horrible incident, as they suffer with post-traumatic stress, deal with loss, and also how their lives have changed dramatically after just this one night. In many ways, it's a clever way to start the show, as it unfortunately is so relevant to today's society, but also it shows you how a community can stick together and rebuild itself. The show throws many curveballs to the characters that they have to deal with, but overall this is a human interest story, well acted, well crafted, well written, and very engrossing. I love the little references to the original show in the final episode. Blink and you'll miss them, but they are there. I cannot wait to see where the show will develop in Season 2, as I've thoroughly enjoyed Season 1. Queer as Folk gets a 9 out of 10.